Hello, good evening. I'm Jason Barth. I am the construction trades teacher here at TCD. This is my first year here at TCD, so this is my first open house, and we're virtual. So this is a great year for learning new things. With construction trades, for the students, we teach out of a book, Modern Carpentry 1. They will learn the basics of construction, some emphasis on carpentry, which is most of the projects that are done in class. I will go through basic tools, hand tools, power tools, things of that nature. They will get some hands-on experience with hammers and nails, drills, screw guns, impact drivers, stepping up into different saws, circular saws, jig saws, then onto the larger miter saw, table saw, routers, router tables, and miscellaneous things of that nature. I have a small PowerPoint to show you some of the items that we've been working on this year. I hope everybody can see that. So for this year, the classroom set up for social distancing. We have been hybrid, but we have been in session from the beginning. So as you can see, all my tables are separated, so everybody has a good 6 feet of distance plus between them. We have a smart board that we use, an overhead projector, additional desktops for students if they're having issues with their online homework. They can do it while they're in class. Our shop is about the size of a football field. We share a shop with HVAC and electrical. Back beyond the fence line on the right-hand side is where the HVAC and electrical is. So in these photos, it shows our material racks. It shows our cage area where all of our larger tooling is. You can see the table saw, a couple sanders in the background. The ductwork there is in overhead. It's called a turret system. It's a dust collector so that it limits the amount of dust in the shop. Even though you can see it all over the floor, that's the finer stuff that misses. And we go with that from there. Another view from different angles in the shop. We have a large bandsaw, a panel saw for cutting larger sheet material like plywood, router tables, miter saws. Some of the projects the students have worked on so far this year. On the left-hand side, there's a step stool. I do make sure and go through and work with them, get their angles right, get it all screwed or nailed together properly so it is sturdy enough for them to use. Many students actually brought them home after staining or painting them, and they're, as far as I know, using them. On the other side, the students, one of the first things they do is the parts bin. So when they're working on a project, they will put all their parts in there at the end of the day to keep them all organized in one place. And then that parts bin has a place that it goes to. As we moved on from that, there's a couple of pictures of students. They made key holders. So the student on the left, he free-handed the front end of a Jeep, and he cut that out with a jigsaw, drill bit, and then he routed out the grill and put the hooks in there. The student on the right-hand side did a basketball. The darker lines for the ball were hand routed with a router, and he put all the hooks in there for the keys. One of the more recent projects we finished was a doghouse. With the doghouse, the students got experience with basics of framing. So we framed the floor, we framed the walls, we cut and put the rafters on, we sheeted everything with plywood. The one on the table on the left, that is 3 foot wide by 4 foot deep. These were large. It took 3 or 4 of us to lift them. but these are things that we paired students that had dogs with students that did not have dogs, and they made these and they brought them home. Currently, and this will be our basically second semester year-end project, we build burn cells for the fire science department. So what this is an 8-foot by 8-foot room, 8-foot tall walls. They go through the basics of framing again, so building on what they just did with the doghouse on a larger scale. So we get all the walls up. They'll have a door in the front wall, a window in the back wall. We are putting a ceiling in it, no rafters, no roof, just a regular ceiling. And then after all the framing's done, we will move on to drywall. They will learn how to hang drywall, mud and tape drywall, more basic skills. There's some more pictures of the progress of these burn cells, and this is currently what's going on in the shop today. Other projects that they've done is a chest. They can keep miscellaneous things in or do whatever they want with it. And one student put together and built a wishing well. Okay, how do I get out of the share screen? Oh, stop share. Okay, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and open it up to any questions. If people can go one at a time to speak, if you have a question, so that not everybody tries to talk at the same time.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this program roll into like the carpenter apprentice program? Or
Yeah.
do you move out of this into the apprentice program?
Not yes and no. So we don't lead directly into an apprenticeship, but we do work with the unions and they participate in our career fair so that students will have opportunities and we will give them as much knowledge as they can on how to apply for your apprenticeships with whichever union, whether it be the carpenters, laborers, millwrights, wherever they want to go. So yes, it's not it could be a gateway into it if this is what the students are looking for, and we will help them do that, but it's not an automatic in. And one thing I did miss during this class, the students will receive their OSHA 10 certificate.
Thank you so much.
Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, it's OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It's their 10-hour certificate for safety. So before any student works in the shop, they will obtain the OSHA 10. What we do is try and create a safety conscious environment before they start working with the hand tools and the power tools. So that's the biggest thing in construction is safety. I teach them to see something, say something. If I'm not there watching somebody, but you see something going on, speak up. It's everybody's responsibility to make sure everybody stays safe. And that's, it's an online program that is included. So the students actually sit and watch 10 hours worth of video and answer questions and little quizzes through that. And when they're done, they can print a certificate off immediately and they will be sent a hard wallet, credit card size certificate stating that they've received their OSHA 10. Any other questions or concerns from anybody? Anything else you'd like to know about this course or class?
I think we're good. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Mr. Barth. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi. I have a question. Do you think this is like a good course kind of to take like if I'm like interested in real estate in the future?
It could be, yes. You learn more of the inner workings of construction, different methods, different building methods, reading blueprints, and just knowing more about. So if you're looking into real estate and want to be a real estate agent, sell sales, whether it be commercial or residential, and you're going into it with clients on different things that they can do, then you'd have more of an idea of, yes, you can take this wall out, or you have to see if it's load bearing or not load bearing, or these are different things you can do or different things that are available. So you'll learn about materials and methods and things like that.
Okay. So it will be beneficial to take this, right?
I believe it could be,
Okay.
but I'm a career carpenter, remodeler, so I've spent 20 years in the field. I believe it could be beneficial. I don't know on the other end because I don't know much about the real estate market other than buying and selling a house here or there myself.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Oh, my pleasure.